So Angel Reese, the most toxic player in all of basketball, is out here slapping clipboards out of her coaching staff's hand because she's so mad her team committed a foul in the crunch after she shot 15 free throws this game. This is the lowest of the low disrespect that you can show to your coaching staff. She trying to get y'all locked in, worried about the next play, and you so toxic with your terrible.
The Chicago Sky is back in the headlines, but not for a game-winning three or a show-stopping highlight reel. No, this time, it's all about sideline chaos, and at the center of it all is none other than Angel Reese while she racks up TikTok views and Instagram likes. It seems she's forgotten that true leadership isn't something you can slap a filter on. Her latest outburst has thrown first-year head coach Tyler Marsh into a serious dilemma, forced to decide between enforcing discipline or allowing dysfunction to fester unchecked. One misstep here, and Marsh's rookie season as a head coach could turn into a cautionary tale about what happens when hype takes precedence over chemistry. If you think the Sky should part ways with Reese, drop a fire, the baby giraffe in the comments. Let's get into it. Angel Reese has been grabbing attention recently, making headlines after a press conference meltdown where she lashed out and swore at reporters. And now, we've got yet another chapter in the Angel Reese saga. This time, she flat out smacked a clipboard out of an assistant coach's hands. That incident went down during a game against the Washington Mystics and unfolded live on national television. It all unraveled in the final seconds of a tight 81-79 loss. With the game tied at 77 and under 30 seconds left, Reese went off script. In the most dramatic way possible, she stormed to the sidelines and slapped a clipboard right out of the hands of Ann Crosby, who, let's not forget, is not only an assistant, but also the vice president of basketball operations and the team's strength and conditioning leader. This wasn't a momentary lapse, it was a full-on meltdown, playing out in real time in high definition for the world to witness. The officiating certainly didn't help matters. The refs were blowing their whistles non-stop. Seriously, at one point, Reese was dribbling backward, bumped into Aaliyah Edwards, tripped over her own feet, and somehow still got awarded free throws. And those very free throws are what led to the moment she lost it, walking over and smacking that clipboard out of a coach's hand. Let's be absolutely clear. This wasn't a misstep, a slip, or an accident. This was deliberate, calculated disrespect captured on camera and broadcast to millions. What makes this all the more jarring is the timing. Angel Reese, freshly crowned as the NBA 2K26 cover athlete and celebrated as a symbol of leadership and greatness, couldn't even keep it together for 30 seconds during crunch time. When the game was on the line, she let her emotions override her professionalism, leaving her maturity parked somewhere on the bench, where it apparently feels more at home. And here's the kicker, this isn't a one-off. It's just the latest episode in a season-long drama series starring Angel Reese. Whether it's on the hardwood or on social media, drama seems to follow her like a persistent shadow she just won't shake. Fans are starting to take notice, in this case, when she marched over to the bench and slapped that clipboard right out of her coach's hands. My initial reaction when I saw it, I laughed. Just like I'm reacting right now, it felt surreal. A lot of folks are saying, don't read into this too much, but the controversy exploded regardless. People are pointing out the double standards. If any other player had done this, there'd be think pieces by now. Just remember all the subtweets aimed at Caitlin Clark, the endless complaints about referees, and the constant victim narrative Reese has leaned into since day one. This clipboard incident is just the latest installment in what's quickly becoming the Angel Reese Variety Hour. Let's be real true stars, the kind you build a franchise around, don't act like this. And Reese's post-game response, just as immature, she jumped on social media and tossed out a weak excuse, saying, "They were pissing me off," as if that somehow justified slapping equipment out of an executive's hands. No accountability. No apology. Just another throwaway comment. But fans aren't buying it anymore. Are you okay, Barbie? People are asking sarcastically, watching the emotional unraveling continue. From Bayou Barbie to Cheat-Town Barbie to Double-Double Barbie. Angel Reese has cycled through every alias, but one thing's been consistent: the tantrums and emotional outbursts that have become her signature. Now, let's talk about Coach Tyler Marsh, who's been thrust into an impossible position. It's his first year as a head coach, and he came into Chicago with an impressive resume. NBA, WNBA, multiple championship runs. He's been mentored by elite minds like Nick Nurse, Rick Carlisle, and Becky Hammon. He's known for his ability to earn trust, develop players, and build winning cultures. But none of that matters if he can't control his locker room. Watching Angel Reese swat clipboards out of staffers' hands with zero consequences makes it look like the players are running the team, not the coach. The sky is falling. Even Sky general manager Jeff Pagliocca seems to be distancing himself from Reese. Remember, Marsh was specifically hired because of his reputation for fostering accountability and mutual respect. Pagliocca even praised Marsh publicly for his basketball intellect and his commitment to helping each player grow. But no amount of eloquent speeches or culture-building buzzwords matter if they don't show up in moments like this. This is Marsh's first real test. Drawing up plays, managing rotations, improving skills, that's the easy part. The real challenge comes when your so-called star behaves like a spoiled child on national television. And that brings us to Angel Reese. Episode 49. Let's go. Seriously, why was this game scheduled for 11:30 a.m.? What is this? Summer camp. And there she is calling an isolation play. Get out the way. They say her handles are smooth as butter. Did someone say butter? Butter? Everybody? Now, there's been plenty of commentary lately about Reese improving her shooting and finally working on her three-point game, but this was more like a felony destruction of property charge. She looked like she was trying to break every window in the arena. Check this out. Oh, so what did Coach Marsh do after that clipboard hit the floor? Did he pull Reese immediately? Sit her down? Call her out? According to all available reports, nope, none of that. The game continued as if nothing had happened. Reese went on to finish with 22 points and 15 rebounds. Impressive stats completely overshadowed by her public meltdown. Pagliocca, trying to downplay the incident, commented, "That's something that has yet to come together. But it's a necessity for us to win." He continued, "She's had some great games and some not-so-great ones, like everyone else. But she's our best chance at versatility on this roster. We need more production from her, but we need her to help us in other ways too." Translation: yes, they're disappointed, but they're trying to manage it internally. And that silence from Marsh, deafening, especially considering all the talk about accountability and championship culture during his hiring. Because let's be honest, winning organizations aren't built on just talent. They're built on emotional maturity, self-control, and leadership under pressure. You don't build a title team around someone who smacks a clipboard out of a senior executive's hands on national TV. Sure, Marsh is a politicalguy.com under pressure. But Angel Reese veering hard into the far-right side of drama. That was not in the playbook. Bang! Time to re-examine the drive into the paint, and then launch into chaos strategy. Not sure that one's built for the long haul. Initially, we were going to overlook the property damage, but now we've got decapitation threats. Is prison the next stop? And now she's flipping out at her coach. Not the clipboard. No, hit your free throws and all is forgiven. Or is it? This is where the contradictions hit hard. Angel Reese constantly markets herself as a role model, someone who represents boldness, confidence, and unapologetic self-expression for young girls everywhere. But what kind of message is she really sending when she takes her anger out on her own coaching staff? If this had been a rookie on a 10-day contract or a bench player fighting for minutes, the consequences would have been immediate. A benching, a fine, maybe even a suspension. But because it's Angel Reese, the so-called face of the franchise, the media darling of double-doubles, it's like she's playing by a different set of rules. It was wild. Absolutely wild. Tempers flared, the game became a full-blown rivalry spectacle. Even Angel Reese reached her boiling point. Look at her furious. This happened with just 29 seconds left, in a tie game, with everything on the line. She was whistled for a call, and it set everything off. And here's the reality. The Chicago Sky are sitting at 6-13, barely hovering above rock bottom. They're not just losing games, they're losing their identity. When your star player is more invested in her social media brand than leading her team to win, she's more concerned about TikTok edits than clutch time poise. You're no longer managing a basketball team. You're managing a reality show in sneakers. Yes. Angel Reese had a strong individual performance, 15 rebounds. And sure, there were questionable calls by the referees on both ends during that game against the Mystics, but the real story wasn't in the box score. It was in the attitude, the actions, and the fallout.